Justice, I am one.
Justice,
You know,
I
because
am one. That's what's up. That's what's up. So let me give the people a brief preview of how you started. Like, why you call yourself Justice?
well, I went through the trial of a couple of different names as I was coming up. I'm 35 right now. I started off at 14 years old, and when I stuck to the name Justice, it came about. Basically, I changed it to that name when I felt like music, well, hip hop itself, the genre of hip hop, started to die out. Like there was just the music wasn't justified. You know what I mean? Like I can't justify this as hip hop. As this is can't be it. You know what I mean? And I was just looking at the way the music was turning. I just didn't personally. I was heavy on the '90s. I love the '90s. I love the way it was in the '80s as well. So when started getting to the certain point where the hip hop started to change a bit, I just personally I just felt like just no justification in it. So I ended up calling myself Justice. Like what I'm gonna be what's gonna be the justice to hip hop itself. You know what I mean? Even though granted, I think the game is starting to pick up again. And I see and I hear a lot of great artists that actually have substance, that have something to say. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people got lazy. They rely on the beat and on a nice catchy hook, and then you're good. You know what I mean? But I think there's a lot more that you need to add to in between those bars.
I feel the same way, though. That's what's up, man. I feel the same way. Like I was saying, man. Like, I heard your music. I like the videos. You doing your thing, man. Like you are like, you stand out. You stand out to me. You stand out. A lot of MCs nowadays, like you said, they're being lazy. They're not being like, I won't say lyrical. I'm saying they're not putting out substance with their music. And you have substance with your music, man. And that's good for hip hop because matter of fact, this dude, are you familiar with the group Kiss?
Not very familiar. No, I'll be honest with you.
The rock and roll group, the rock and roll group, Kiss.
No. I mean, like I'm familiar with who they are. I'm just not familiar with the music itself. Like I can't say I've ever really even put
talking about
thought
the music,
into it.
I wasn't talking about the music, man. I'm talking about the group Kiss. So you familiar? So the lead singer of Kiss recently put out, as like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, he said that I can't wait till rap is dead. How do you feel about that?
Wow. Oh wow. I mean, to me that's like that's a low blow. I mean, you don't have to like everything, but you don't have to knock it like it's something that's is it making something negative, adding something negative into the world? No, we do as people. It doesn't matter what you're involved in, or or what kind of genre of music you like, or anything like that. But don't. It's like religion. You know what I mean? Like it's like in that song, God is not dead. You know what I mean? It's like you got all these different religions. But at the end of the day, we all want what's best. It's at the end of the day. You shouldn't say, I can't wait till hip hop is there. I can't wait till rock and roll is there. Or this other. Well, how is it affecting you? Are you letting it affect you? You know what I mean? If you don't like something, you turn away from it. You don't have to put your ear or your thoughts into it that deep to say that I can't wait till it's dead. Because you know what? It ain't going nowhere. So, you know what I mean? It's like, that kind of comment to me is just like, hit them over the head with some more. And just keep it going, because it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop, and it shouldn't stop. This is a part of a lot of people's lives, you know what I mean? And it's going to continue to be that way. Just like any other genre of music, it's part of certain people's lives. Point blank.
Yeah, you're right, man. You absolutely right, man. And I just want to say, like, I ask you, like, what do you think about how hip hop is going on right now? Like, in your opinion, how hip hop is going?
That's a question that I actually like to answer, and because it's I can honestly say I'm ignorant to hip hop, the mainstream hip hop right now. I haven't paid attention to what's going on out there much, because I got to the point where it's like I had to. In the last few years, it was more of like reinventing myself and such. You know what I'm saying? And I had a conference call a couple years back, two of them, with Riggs Morales from Shady Records. And he was reviewing my music, and he told me some good. He gave me some good pointers. And but the crazy thing is like, he talks to me and he's like, Justice, I like your lyrics. You're very direct. You have substance. You're confident and you don't sound cocky. And you come in. Your delivery is powerful, but your production. I think you should find different production that complements you, different beats, and go with that. And then right before he hangs up the phone, he was like, as a matter of fact, he was like, I got Eminem and I got 50. I want justice. Show me justice. When he tells me this, I'm lost. I'm like, oh shit, oh crap, like, well, what is justice? Who is justice? What am I? Like at the end of the day, now I question myself as an artist, and I had to really kind of like destroy myself and rebuild. And it was probably the best thing that anybody's ever said to me, you know what I mean, when it comes to really finding myself as an artist. Because it was more like, be comfortable with who you are and what you're trying to bring to the table. Forget about anything else and be as natural as you can through your music, as you are as a person, you know what I'm saying, and be as genuine as possible, because the simple fact is, it's like, you know what? I'm not trying to fabricate anything. Through my music, I want people to understand that that's who I am. That what I'm giving you, that's the person I am. This is not a fabrication. I'm not acting. If I wanted to act, I'll take up acting classes and try to be an actor. I'm giving the people my life, the real me, and I didn't realize that that's what I needed to do until he said that to me. I got 50, I got Eminem. I want justice. Show me justice. And here I am today, and this is where I'm at now. And this is part of the reason why my music is the way it sounds today compared to 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 years ago, is because of those few things that he said to me.
That's real talk, man. That's real talk right there. So, he's affiliated with 50 and Eminem.
He was the A&R for Shady Records. Might still be. I'm not sure at this point. I haven't kept up. But that's part of the reason why I can't really answer too much of what's going on in hip hop right now. It's because I spent the last few years, ever since I spoke to him, I literally said, I don't want to listen to anything that's out there, because I want to find my own sound, create my own lane, find my own thing. I want to be able to stand out. And that was the only way I can do it. Forget about what you're hearing out there and don't even listen to it no more. Just do you, and be the best at what you do. And that's where I'm at. So I kind of lost touch of where he's at right now, but I believe he might still be with Shady Records. So he's the artist and repertoire over there.
Okay.
You'll find his name. You'll find his name right on multiple of Eminem's platinum selling albums, as well as 50s. It's right on there. You know what I mean? And he's those great advice. I had a good. I didn't walk away getting signed. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
At the end of the day, I walked away with knowledge. You know what I mean? And that just helped me get a little bit further in my independent career. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the time that he took to listen to my music and to give me the pointers that he gave me. You know what I mean? So at this point, the only people I pretty much listen to when I hear that something else is dropping is like Kendrick Lamar or Eminem. I like J. Cole. Wale. Some of the guys that I listen to, because I feel like I find substance and I find things that I can relate to through that music.
Okay, I see you naming a lot of MCs right now. So who are your top 5 MCs
of all time?
Of all time.
Of all time. All right. I'm gonna go with Pac. He's really why I started writing with substance, because when I first heard Keep Your Head Up, when I first heard "Keep Your Head Up," I was like, wow, I want to make people feel like that, like the way I felt when I heard that. I thought that was dope, you know. So I say Pac, DMX, Eminem, Scarface, and Nas.
Okay, that's. Cause remember, you're 35, so and I'm 37. So we came up at around the same era.
Yeah.
You know, like how did like I said, like I was asking the question before. What do you think about these MCs now? These young cats coming up. Because a lot of dudes. Cause you're from New York, by the way, originally.
No, I'm actually from Springfield. I'm from Springfield, Mass, born and raised.
I'm sorry, man.
Small city. It's a lot of elbows being thrown around here. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to get to the same place. You know, but and you know, it's home. It's what I call home. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know, it's as much negative things I could say about it is as much positive things I could say about it. Because then at the end of the day, it helped raise me to be the man that I am. You know what I mean? So
you from Boston? You're from Boston, right?
Nah, Springfield.
Springfield.
I'm actually about I'd say about an hour and a half away, give or take, away from Boston. I'm granted about maybe 15 minutes away from Connecticut.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I was about to ask you about this group called Rec Shop Movement.
No, actually, I have been in contact with Michelle Richardson, as a matter of fact, Poetica. You know, it's she's the poetic. You know what I mean? She does the poetry and stuff, and she helps run certain things. I don't know. I can't give all the details that I know. You know, like I ain't gonna speak like I know more about Rec Shop than I do. But great people. I have been in contact with them. I'm actually planning to go out there in the next week or two. Actually, and yeah, they've invited me up there, and I'm gonna make my appearance up there, and I'll meet them in person, and you know have a good time with them, and you know go to the Subway Cypher and chop it up with them as well, and start getting things moving in that direction as well too. So yeah, I'm just learning about them within the last month. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay, so like, what's the scene out there in Connecticut? How's the hip hop scene out there in Connecticut?
I don't know a lot about the local talent out there and the underground talent. I actually hate to say that. I really do. I don't really like to label anybody local or underground, because I like people to be able to think big. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, you gotta always gotta put yourself in the same level as everybody else you hear on the radio and shit like that. Because you know, at the end of the day, if you don't start thinking that way, then it's never gonna happen. You know what I mean? If you think underground, you stay underground, you know? So you gotta really think big, you know, and understand that you're doing the same thing everybody else is doing out there. It's just that you have less to be able to get it out there. But sooner or later, you know, hopefully things will work out. But I don't know a lot of names out there, you know, underground. I know of, I've kept up with his music. His name is Ru Williams, R&B singer. I'm in Connecticut. And I performed in the same place with him at the Latin Expo in Hartford years ago. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know, maybe 7-8 years ago. First time I heard him sing, I thought he was phenomenal. And I've seen his career grow. You know, he's been on BET. He's you know, done his thing multiple times on there, and you know, he's a great singer. Besides him, I can't really say I've kept up with anybody else. I kind of just been more focused on, you know, on my craft and what I got to put out. Not saying that I'm selfish or that I don't have no love for anybody else. It's just that I'm a father of two. I got a 13-year-old, I got a 9-year-old. I have passion for this music. The little bit of time I have is with my family, you know, and my music. I do work a regular 9 to 5. Sometimes I work 12 hours, you know, and my mission is to be able to, you know, make enough of my music that I can do it full time. But until then, you know, I have to somewhat be selfish when it comes to, you know, but it's not, I wouldn't want to say that. It's just the fact is that I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to really keep up with a lot that's going on out there right now.
You got a family, man, so you have to be on that mode because you have a family